This is a track analysis and production breakdown of my original submission, Hellhole Witchtrap, which is inspired by dark trap and underground hip hop. The song starts with a synth that opens up with a filter. The synth itself is a sine wave, a distorted square wave, and then an acid wave form with a load of distortion on it, achieved with this Camel Crush plugin, which is a distortion and compressor. That's layered with this fatter synthesizer. This is a square wave with a sine wave and an LFO assigned to the harmonic stretch and the voco parameters to give it a bit more movement. The drums then start coming in with a filter. The drums are overall pretty simple. We've got basic kick drum. We've got a ghost MIDI kick just to trigger any sidechain compression on the bass and on the synth. Standard hi-hat with some MIDI programming to change the pitch. For the snare, we've got a layered click with a fatter snare sound. Together that sounds like this. We've got a triangle which just plays a few notes, more in the background to be more of a textural element. These are hard panned and copied left and right to be really spread out across the stereo field and be more of a production value more than anything. Drum processing is super simple, just a filter that opens up in the intro, and then a drum bus on Ableton, giving it a little bit of drive, a little bit of boost on the transients, some crunch, and then a little bit of boom for that kick. More textural elements, we've got a rain sample. There's a percussive loop sample. And then a load of reverses, impacts, and stuff like that. An important note on the perk sample is that we've got a beat repeat happening to give it a bit more movement. It still works without it, but I like the glitchy effects that the beat repeat produces. Finally, in the B section, there's this simple sine wave for this melody. I wanted something charming and soft in comparison to the really harsh synths in the intro. Then there's this arpeggiator. This has a bit more of that harshness, which I think contrasts with the soft sound of the sine wave. And lastly, there's a respace underneath that. All together. Lastly, there's some general frequency automation, which happens across different sections to help with movement. And that's it.